What's going on, guys? This is your boy Adam with another episode of Average Guy Lifestyle and a segment that I'm calling the Retro Rundown. This is part two to the episode that I just put out beforehand where we was talking about the app Whatnot. If you are unfamiliar with the app Whatnot, Whatnot is it's like if you merged eBay and Twitch together and created this thing where it is a live auctioning stream that a lot of the YouTubers have been talking about. A lot of the bigger YouTubers in the retro communities and some of the other channels that I do not necessarily watch, but people like Retro Rick, Phoenix Resale, Harry Tornado, Mr. Right Way, Pixel Game Squad. There's a lot of these guys that have been talking about Whatnot where they're getting on there and they're selling off pieces of their collection or stuff that they don't need anymore. Everything from retro video games, vintage clothing, sneakers, action figures, comics. There's all kinds of awesome stuff that you can find on Whatnot. And we talked a little bit before about my feelings on Whatnot and went and showed some of the stuff that I had picked up recently on my first week of Whatnot. So to recap a little bit, Whatnot is a really, really inventive and cool app. I really, really do enjoy it. I am not paid by Whatnot by any means. This is not paid promotion by them or anything. This is just my thoughts on Whatnot. But I am doing it from the perspective as a buyer slash collector. I'm not getting on Whatnot and selling any stuff like this. This is just me getting on Whatnot and spending my own money on stuff for my collection. So one of the biggest things that I'd said before that was a big drawback is that as cool as the app is, it is very, very easy to get in over your head, especially if you are getting on there to watch some of your favorite YouTube personalities, some of these bigger YouTubers like Retro Rick and Harry Tornado, Phoenix Resale, Pixel Game Squad, stuff like that. While they are some that are some good deals coming through there, the majority of their live streams that I was on, I saw the majority of the stuff being sold for way above market value because people are getting on there and getting excited to be able to, communicate and stuff with some of their favorite personalities on YouTube and thus driving the bids way, way up. As a collector, buyer, spending my own money, it was just not feasible for me to be able to purchase a lot of these items from their auctions for the simple fact that I could easily just get on eBay for a lot of these items and buy it flat out and sent to my house for way cheaper. I was seeing games that I could get on eBay and buy for like $5 and $10, selling for like $30, $40, $50, something like that, simply because it was a YouTube personality holding the stream and auctioning it off, and people were bidding just so they could have that kind of communication and, because it is done in live, you get the chat on there and, to be able to get called out and stuff like that, it is exciting and stuff like that, but as a collector, it was not really my thing. While very entertaining to watch, though, it was highly entertaining to watch some of these YouTubers that I love to watch, and nothing against them. I mean, in their defense, it is a complete smart move because they are getting beyond top dollar for their items. So, in that aspect, it's really, really good for them as a seller. But as a collector, not so much. But there's ways around that we talked about, that if you get on there and find these sellers that are just getting started, that are very new to the platform, and just building their following up, you can get on there and find some really, really good deals. Not like crazy great deals, because it all depends on who is in the auction with you and how much stuff gets bidded up. But I was able to find some stuff that I thought was really cool items, stuff that I was not able to find in my local area of where I source stuff at. You know, especially when it came to comics. Around here, there's not a lot of comic shops that offer the type of comics that I was looking for. And I was able to get on a lot of the comic sellers pages and was able to find comics that I just cannot find around here. And I was getting comics for like $1, $2, $3 a piece, which was really good. And the way it does is if you buy multiple things within a stream, after you pay for shipping on the first item, all your additional items throughout that stream are only an extra $1 for shipping. So it was really good to bundle up and get a lot of stuff. And so I was able to get quite a few comics for a really, really good deal, in my opinion. So that was kind of the thing there, that if it's good if you want to find stuff that's hard to find. You just need to be smart about who you are trying to buy stuff from. Watch the numbers, watch streams a little bit, and kind of see how it goes before you just start throwing your money at them. Kind of see how their stream goes. Kind of see how much they are pricing stuff at. You know, you are able to check on there to see, you know, what the shipping on something is going to cost before you bid on it. So you could get some information, you know, as you're doing it, to help you figure out if this is a smart purchase for you or not. So with that being said, you know, it's a super cool app. I encourage everybody to check it out. Just to be careful, bid responsibly, don't go overboard, because it is super engaging and it is really easy to go overboard. And I tell you that with a word of caution, because I myself got sucked in and I did go a little overboard. Spent more money than what I initially intended to, but I did pick up a lot of cool things and a lot of stuff to add to my collection. So with that being said, we're going to finish up the rest of the packages that came in from my first week on Whatnot and the stuff that I bought. If you noticed in the last auction, we had lots of video games. We had some toys and stuff coming there, and I said that I had a lot of comics coming in too. And we didn't do that because the stream started running, or the video was running quite a bit longer than what I usually run. So I kind of cut it off. But I have more packages that came in. We're going to finish up some more packages. I've got like 5 big boxes here that came in, and then the last of the comics. So we're going to go through the comics real quick and kind of just see what I've got in. So we're going to jump in and finish off the last bit of this, and this will be the last part of some of the stuff that I have found on Whatnot that I have gotten in for the collection. So let's jump right into it. We do have packages right here. You see we have a package right here. So we're going to go ahead and start with this one, open it up, and see what I've got. And like I said before, I do not remember everything that I bought. So this is like Christmas to me, guys, because I bought so much stuff that I don't remember what all I bought. So it's just like Christmas. I don't know what all's in here. I do remember it once I opened it up. I'm like, oh yeah, I bought that. And then so it is kind of exciting that way. And I have been surprised so far of stuff I'm like, oh, I totally forgot I got that. And I've won several giveaways throughout the time that I was on there. So I got like 3 or 4 packages in that were absolutely free. Did not cost me anything. You know, it might not necessarily be something that I totally want, but some of it was some pretty good stuff. Like we got that Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on the 3DS that was sealed. I won that. And that's like a $20 game. A $20, $25 game that I won absolutely free. It is sealed. It's in perfect condition. So that was a cool thing to get. So we opened up the first package here, and this is super nostalgic. If you love 90s cartoons, we got Ren and Stimpy on VHS. Look at that. This is Have Yourself a Stinky Little Christmas. Little Christmas special episode. I have started getting into collecting some older VHS, and I picked this up for $1. I thought it was cool. You know, I love Ren and Stimpy. But the reason why I bought this is because dude had this and this, a little Ren doll that still has the tag on it. I just thought that was cool. I love Ren and Stimpy. It's one of my favorite cartoons. And you will see later on when we get to comics why I love Ren and Stimpy so much, because we have actually quite a few Ren and Stimpy comics coming in, if I'm not mistaken. Should be in. So I got this little doll, that VHS, but that is not it with this lot. Dude had several things there that I thought was cool. And we have a Game Boy game, which is Space Cadet Adventures Ren and Stimpy in a little protective case. Super, super awesome. I think I got this entire lot for like $10. And that to me is not a bad deal. I mean, you know, $10 shipped to my house. I didn't have to go out and source for it. Super cool. This game is not super valuable if I remember. I mean, this game alone is probably worth close to like $7, $8, something like that. The little figure, not really worth much either. A couple of bucks. VHS, same way. Probably not really worth a little bit. The case is a little ate up on it. But it will be cool to go on my 90s cartoon Ren and Stimpy shelf that I have. So for $10, super cool pickup. I totally like that. That was a complete Ren and Stimpy little lot. I wish that he had a Stimpy doll to go with it, to complete it, you know, to have Ren and Stimpy as well, but he did not. But that is okay. Still a cool, cool find. So, we're going to set that over there, out of the way, and that is comics right there, I know for a fact, the way it is shipped. So, we're going to start with a box right here. We're going to end this stream with the comics I've got, because I've got quite a bit of comics, and all I'm going to do is just open them up and just go through the titles real quick to end this video with, just to see all the comics I've got. Because guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I would say I've probably got 50 comics over here, at least 50 comics that I have ordered. So you know, we're not going to just go into like super crazy detail. We're just going to open them up and I kind of show you some of the ideas of what I picked up. So we have another box here. I do not know what this is. Ooh, oh, this is toys. This is a bunch of little random action figures. Just random stuff that I wanted to be able to put on my shelf. There's, oh, and there is something super, super cool in the bottom of this that I forgot. But we'll start off with this awesome Luigi figure. Check that out. This is not, I don't think, super old or anything like that. I really don't know where this is from. Let's see, is there a date on it? Not really a date, but that is a pretty good size figure. That's like a 3.5 inch, 3.5, 4 inch tall figure. And, you know, you see Mario stuff all the time. I don't ever see a whole lot of Luigi stuff. So when I saw that, I think I picked him up for like $1. Go really well with all the rest of my Mario stuff over here. Super cool little pickup on that. Now, there is a lot of stuff in here. There's a random lot of stuff that I was able to pick up. But I love my 90s nostalgia cartoons and stuff. We found a Genie from Aladdin. Check that out. And it had a little bitty tiny Jasmine doll with it too. But here, it needs to be cleaned a little bit. But we have a Genie figure with a tiny, tiny, tiny little Jasmine doll. I just thought that was cool. Something cool to put up on my 90s cartoon shelf. And then we have right here a lot of all kinds of other random toys. We'll just go through these kind of fast. We have one of the monsters from Space Jam. That is super cool. We have the, what is her name? the little McDonald's bird. I cannot think of what her name is. These are somewhat old. Yes, I think this is from 1990. 1990. Super cool little thing like that. Now, not all of these I'm going to be able to keep and everything, but some of it I will. But to go with that, we did have a little Aladdin figure. So that will go with the Jasmine and the Genie. Super cool. We have another little Mario figure. I actually already have like 3 of these exact same ones. But they're cool little filler to be able to throw up all over the place. We have, these looks like little McDonald's toys, but we have a Fred Flintstone in his little car. Super cool. We also have another Fred, but with Dino. With Dino. Looks like Dino is blinding him and can't see how to drive. It's got his little legs that moves around. Super cool little McDonald's toys. I love these little toys. We have, oh, what is this guy from? This is, oh, what figure is this? I know that guy from, it's one of the Disney movies. What is he from? Is that from Beauty? No, it's not Beauty and the Beast. Might be Pocahontas. I think that might be Pocahontas. I can't remember. Got that. Here is one of the muses from Hercules. I do remember her. One of the muses from Hercules. And then, let's see, what else is in this bag? So we also have the Sultan from Aladdin. So we've almost got a cool little complete thing there. We have a Sultan, a Genie, Aladdin himself, and then a really tiny little Jasmine. So that was kind of neat. And then we have, this is an old transforming, Transformer from something. What is this from? I know it's from Transformers. It actually has the Autobot, but it's a little Transformer car. I saw it pop up there. You can take it. I don't want to break it because I don't remember. I'll have to figure out. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So it goes up like that right there. And you can see the little thing. Another little cool thing. I do have a few Transformer stuff. So that was kind of neat. So yeah, there's that right there. I'm going to put all this back in this bag real quick because I've got this all set up on my desk. Wow, that was a complete big lot of just random little toys. You know, good filler things. And I think altogether, like, that whole bag was like $5. A whole big old bag of stuff for $5. Super cool. But that is not it in this bag. And these are super, super cool. I got these right here. I just thought these were awesome. I'm going to frame these. These are some original artwork that this girl had that I don't know who done them. It's a guy by the name of Brian Collins. But it is some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're in these little bags. They're on like poster board with a little bit of foam behind it. But we have Michelangelo. We have Donatello. We have Leonardo. And, of course, Raphael. Man, these just look so awesome. This is from an artist called Brian Collins. He does full-time home studio work in Florida. Says his work has been featured on Juxtapose, Game Informer, Flash Magazine, and more. These are ink and watercolor on paper. And I think these are all originals that he done up. There's a complete set of all 4. Man, guys, that is just amazing. These are 5x7s. 5x7s. So, super cool. I forgot what I paid for these. It was like $10, something like that. I'm going to take these out. I will have these framed and to be able to put up on my TMNT section. I just love those. I just thought the artwork on those was amazing. So, super cool pickup. That was all from one seller. Those little figures and those TMNT paintings. So, super cool on that. Now, this box right here, I'm a little... Okay, it's not comics. I was a little concerned. I thought this might be comics. I don't want to do the comic shit. But I only have this box, and then I have a ginormous box that I have no idea what is in it. It is so crazy. I do not remember buying anything that would warrant coming in a box that big. So I'm super excited to see what that is. But I hear stuff rattling around in here. It does not sound like a comic. So we're going to open this up and see what's in this. And okie dokie. Oh, yes, I do remember this. Okay, super cool. Not super excited about how he packaged this, but I think it'll be okay. I had this guy bust out a lot of stuff. He had a bunch of random stuff, and I was like, dude, will you just take that, and that, and put it together and put it on a lot, and I'll give you X amount of dollars for it. He accepted my offer, so that's what I did. So we have a cat dog toy. Super awesome. Who remembers Cat Dog? Cat Dog, I loved Cat Dog. So I have a little cat dog toy. Looks like they're in their bed. Looks like it's got wheels on it, so it looks like it's part of some type of little... Don't know what it does. Looks like it might make sounds. Don't know if it even works. Alrighty, so we have that. Okay. This right here I thought was super cool. Still in the blister pack, this is a Super Mario headphones. Got the colors. Look, it's got Mario on the side of the headphones. On both sides. It's in the blister pack. Says it has a share port included. And it's just some headphones. It's just some type of little headphones, I guess. They're padded. Looks kind of neat. I mean, they're made for little kids, you know. But I just thought these were cool. They're still in the package. This will make a cool display piece. You know, I mean, just look at the artwork. You can see on the side of the headphones. There's the little blocks and everything. You can see on the back there. That's what it shows. That is just cool, man. You know, I will never open these. Just something cool to hang up on the wall. And, you know, I don't really know what the value of these are. You know, don't really know what the value of these are. I was trying to look to see if I saw a date on here. I do not see a date of when these might have came out. But they don't, I mean, I don't know. These could be fairly new. These could be, you know, early 2000s. I do not think these are 90s or anything like that. I don't think they're that old. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I will look up these a little bit more. Just thought it was cool. I love finding stuff that's still in a blister pack like that. Especially anything that's video game related is always super cool to find. Then we found this. I don't know exactly what this was. The only reason why I got it is because of what's on it. But this is it says, a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures Most Excellent Picture Frame. It's in a box. It is still sealed. You can still see the sticker on it. It is still sealed. This is a Loot Crate item. 2018 Loot Crate item. I love Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is by far one of my favorite actors. I love him in everything he's pretty much have ever done. And Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and Excellent Adventure back in the 90s was a super iconic movie for me. I love those movies. They embodied that kind of like surfer dude, just, you know, chaotic kind of 90s energy. And yes, it is kind of dumb, but that is what makes it fun for me. It's just kind of silly. I saw this, he had this, and I was like, dude, I just want that. I I'm afraid to open it. It is a Loot Crate exclusive item from 2018, so it's not super old, but it is from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I just think that was cool. That was in that package. And then one last thing, as we've talked about before, you know that I love my Pixar stuff like that, and I found this really cool Mr. Incredible doll. Now, it looks like the tag has been ripped off the back of it. This is not super old. I would say this is from the, probably, later 2010, somewhere around there, maybe like 2012, 15, something like that. I don't know. There is a little bit of coloring on the face. A kid definitely had this and played with it. But overall, it is in really good shape. It is like plush material, except for the head that is plastic. But this is all, and his hands are like plastic, and his boots are plastic. But the rest of it is like really thick, foam padded material, and it is in pretty good shape. I don't see no holes or tears in it. I just thought that was cool. I have a little shelf of like where I keep my Disney and Pixar movies. I have figures from stuff like that, so I put this on there. That's actually not in the nerd room. It's another part of the room, but super cool pickup. That was all in one lot, guys. So we had the Mr. Incredible, the Super Mario in the blister pack headphones, the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure picture frame from Loot Crate, and the little cat dog toy. So that whole little lot was like $15. Not 100% sure. Probably not no real value there. Just cool little pieces that I thought I would like to have in my collection. Mostly that the most valuable thing there would probably be the Mario headphones, I would assume. I don't know. I'll have to look them up. I didn't look up the prices on it. I just thought it was cool. Anything that's still packaged, sealed like that in the blister pack, I just think is cool. I wish I could find a date on it. So anyways, this is the last big jumbo box. Look at this. This thing is huge, guys. And I have no idea what is in this to warrant such a big box. Either it was a big lot of stuff that I bought from one seller. I'm imagining that's what it is. But, I've opened up quite a bit of stuff, and I do not recall what else I could have gotten. I would think that the majority of the stuff that I don't know what else that I ordered other than comics. So I really do not know what this is. So I'm excited to see. Boy, they take the absolute fire out of this, and which is good. But holy cow, I don't know what all's in here. This is a huge box, and I don't know what's in it. Oh my God, it's so much, oh my goodness. This is gonna, wow. They've got, okay, it looks like it's a box inside of a box. Oh my goodness, what have I gotten in here? Jeez Louise, guys. There's another box inside of here. Wow. I don't even know what, wow. This is a box full of stuff, guys. Holy cow. Wowzers. I don't even know where to start. Don't even know where to start. I think they threw some freebies in here. Yes, they totally threw some freebies in here. We've got some Transformers stickers. And Transformers stickers with a pair, looks like 3D glasses. Yeah, 3D stickers with 3D glasses. I don't know. I know I didn't order this. I did not order that. So I haven't, that's got to be something just freebie they threw in. There is so much stuff in here, guys. It looks like some action figures. Look, there's all kinds of little things and bubble wrap in here. I do not know what I have gotten here. Wow. Oh, okay. I do remember some of this stuff. Wowzers, guys. This is crazy. I remember a little bit of this. Like I said, that's what you got to watch out for on the app, because it is super easy to get carried away and just order a bunch of random crazy stuff. And that's what you got to watch for. So, we have a little turtle guy from Super Mario Brothers as one of the little action figures. I got a little turtle guy. And this is vintage, guys. This is vintage. This is 1989. Super cool to have that. I love. It's like it looks like he does some kind of little flip or something. I don't know if it works or not. I don't know. I'll have to. Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Super cool still though. 1989. Little turtle guy. Wow. So here's some more little action figures. And I can see through the packages of this a little bit. I can see what it is. We have some Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. Reggie. Scooby-Doo. I love some Scooby-Doo stuff. I actually have, you can see right back there, some Scooby-Doo figures. I actually do like my Scooby-Doo. I just got some other Scooby-Doo stuff in that I found the other day that I did not get filmed. Somewhere over here. Where did they go? Oh, they're down there. I found some Scooby-Doo monster action figures, which was super awesome. And I think one of the two of these I've already got, but we have us a Shaggy, man. Shaggy is the man. Shaggy is the man. This is, let's see if I can read this or not. Once again, I came in here ill-prepared. I did not bring my little magnifying glass. Cannot see how old that is. But we have us another Shaggy. Different type of Shaggy. Another Shaggy. So we have two Shaggy figures. Love Shaggy. Shaggy is one of my favorite cartoon characters of all time. Love it. Love it, guys. Love it. Like I said, man, this is just like Christmas. I don't even remember. I do remember the little turtle thing, but I did not remember that I ordered some Scooby-Doo stuff from this guy, because this all came from one seller. So there's so many little action figures here. Another bubble wrap here. I cannot tell what this is. Oh, this is some Star Wars figures. Some Star Wars. They really did a good job of bubble wrapping and putting this stuff together. So kudos to this seller. And I am so horrible with names on certain characters, especially if it's more of the obscure characters. But we have, and this is super iconic, we have Princess Leia in her slave uniform. If you know, you know. And then we have, is that, I cannot think of who that is off the top of my head, and I'm going to make me feel like, oh, you're not a true fan. Guys, I get brain farts like everybody, man. Do you know how much just useless, random knowledge of, I mean, we're talking, you know, hundreds of different of shows and stuff that I love. It's hard to keep up with all the names of every character, of everything that's in everything. It's just a lot of stuff. But we got those two little Star Wars figures. Those are super cool. Those will go right over here on my Star Wars wall, because I actually have a whole thing of Star Wars right over here. Let's keep going. There's some more. And some more Star Wars little figures to add to it. What we have here? Now it looks like we got some, looks like Senator or Palpatine, I think, is one of these. Well, they really, really bubble wrapped the far out of this. But I am not complaining because that means they are in good shape. They took care of them. So we have us a little Luke to go with Leia. And then we have look at that. Yep. It won't focus on him. But you can see it. Super cool. Those are all the same size. So I don't know what those from. Those are not super vintage by any means. I would say those are probably from like that somewhere in like the 2015, 16, 17 era, I think, or some of those. Because I do remember seeing those. I just can't remember what line they are from. Ooh. Now, I do remember this. This was actually, I did not buy this. I bought something else, and the guy threw this in as a free gift. And guys, this is super, super awesome. Super awesome. You'll see here in just a second if I can get it out. Oh, there's actually two here. No, I take that back. I did buy one of these, and he threw in another one as a free gift because he had some other things. Now, you know I love a He-Man, so check this out. I bought, these are the Super 7s from, let's see if we can find a date on here, 2017. So, not super vintage, but mint on card, Super 7s He-Man. Masters of the Universe. Check that out. He is in his thing. And dude, this card is super clean. This thing doesn't have a crease in it. It is in perfect condition. This is the Battle Armor He-Man. This looks like there was I don't know, 1, 2, let's see, 6, 12, 14 in the set you could get. But we got He-Man. And then, since I bought him, he threw this in to go with it. And this one is unpunched. And this is Zodak from Super 7, from the same line. Got both of those. Guys, that is super awesome. These are just super fresh and minty. Like I said, this one is unpunched. Man, that is super cool. Super glad to have that. I love me some He-Man stuff. Man, like I said, just like Christmas. Now this is a very, very cool piece. And I got this for a really good deal. I remember. It's not, I mean, I say a really good deal. It's worth more than what I paid for it. Not a lot. But finding them is the thing. You don't see them. And there's a set of stuff out there called, from NECA, called the Toonie Terrors, which is usually a lot of your like horror genre stuff and stuff like that, which I'm not a big horror genre person. There are a few things from different, but this to me is not really considered horror. Kind of is, but kind of isn't. But dude had several different models of figures in this line, but this is the only one that I wanted, and this thing is mint on card. Toonie Terrors. Beetlejuice, baby. Beetlejuice, man. And that is the Michael Keaton Beetlejuice, of course. That just looks amazing. The case on this, the bubble is perfect. The card is perfect. Just amazing, amazing, amazing condition. Super happy to have that. I love me some Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice was one of my favorite movies from back in the day. I mean, Michael Keaton, classic, dude. Beetlejuice and Batman. Come on, guys. Cannot go wrong with something like that. I don't really want any of the others that I saw in the series, but Beetlejuice is just classic. Look at that. Super awesome. I think I paid like $10 for this guy, and this thing is worth like 15 or 20. Maybe a little bit more. So, but $15 to $20 worth more than what I paid for it. But this thing is clean. There's this one little crease right there in the bottom, but I can straighten that out. Other than that, the bubble is perfect. It's just incredibly great looking. I was going to see if I can find a date on here. I don't know when these came out. There's no date on the back. Don't know when these came out. I would thought it would be right down here. I do not see a date. But these are from like, 2015, 16, 17, somewhere around in there. Super awesome on that, guys. Really, really enjoyed it. We're getting some really good pieces to hang up on the wall. I'm super excited about that. And we have us a big figure here. I have a Marvel wall over here as well with lots of figures. I have DC, of course, behind me stuff. Lots of Batman figures, DC character stuff. But I have over here a Marvel wall that has a lot of Marvel figures on it. Spider-Man, Iron Man, the Hulk, stuff like that. And this right here, I did not buy this. This was thrown in. I do remember that because I asked about it. And he was like, yes, I'll totally throw it in. I have a couple of the bigger Spider-Man figures. And I actually have the regular looking Spider-Man over here on the wall. That is, the iconic red and blue outfit. And this is another Spider-Man from the same line. But this is the black Spider-Man with the red webbing. I have the exact same Spider-Man. This is a big figure. Look, I mean, this is I think this is what they call like the 12-inch figures. 10 or 12-inch figures. Super cool to add that on there. And I did not pay for this. Guy threw this in because he was like, I bought so much stuff, obviously. He threw that in for me. Super awesome. That will go good. I do not have this Spider-Man variant. Will go good on my wall over here with the other Spider-Man. Super cool stuff, guys. And we are not done with this box yet, man. We are not done with this box yet. Oh, and we do have some bigger Star Wars figures. Sweet. I love the bigger Star Wars figures. So much so. Guys, I have some really, really big. If you notice the big Batman and Superman back there behind me, those are the 32-inch figures, almost 3 foot tall figures. Those are super expensive. Each one of those is like $75 to $100 a pop, each one. Some of them even a little bit more. That Superman is actually about $100 to $125. The Batman is like about the same, almost $100. But I have some of the big, giant Star Wars figures as well. And they are really expensive. Well, now this ain't quite as big as those, but these are the 12-inch figures. Anything that is good display size, I love. These are way more articulate. Star Wars. Check that out. This is a big figure as well. And this thing is heavy, guys. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Somebody actually played with this. But superposable. It is like an actual figure with, it does have, like an actual posable figure underneath it with actual armor over it. And cloth material, super cool. Do not remember what line these are from. But this thing is heavy. This thing is heavy. This is from 2002, guys. 20 years old. 20 years old. Can you believe that? So we have this Stormtrooper here. Super cool. But we have another one. And guys, super iconic. Super iconic. I actually usually end up getting a lot more of the dark side figures. I find a lot more of them. I find a lot of like Vader, Stormtroopers, Palpatine, characters like that. I find them a whole lot more than I find like Solo, Chewie, Luke, Leia's. Like, I don't see a lot of those. But you can't have a Stormtrooper without having the big man himself, Darth Vader. This is another 12-inch figure. This one is not quite as heavy as the other one. This one, I'm not seeing a year on the foot like the other one did. I might have to look. It might be somewhere else. But check that out. It is this looks. This looks vintage. It looks older just because of the way it's made. The material, the way it's made. I mean, I don't know if you can see like the ridges in the back there. This just looks kind of an older figure. The material of the cloth. I mean, this seems like a little bit older figure. I wouldn't say like super old, but this could possibly be, 90s, or somewhere in that area. But super cool. Love Darth Vader. I have several Darth Vaders, so we have another one to add to the collection of stuff. Super awesome, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Man, so much cool. Check him out again. I want to see if I can go ahead and get him to stand up over here out the way for right now. Very cool. My little table over here of figures is getting a bit on the ridiculous side. So much stuff. Guys, I'm going to have to end up getting a bigger nerd room. So within that box, there was one box. Inside of that box, this will be the last box of that. And then it will be comics after this, guys. It'll be the comics after this that we will run through relatively quick and see what we have. We'll open up this last box. Man, guys, tell me what you think. Have you been on Whatnot yet? Have you been on there? Have you bought any stuff? If you have, leave a comment down below and let me know some of the stuff that you've picked up on Whatnot. If you've checked it out yet, or if you plan on checking it out, let me know. I would like to see what some of you guys are interested. Tell me some of the stuff that you are interested in collecting. Do you like this 90s, 80s, and 90s retro stuff? Do you like the video games? Do you like comics? Do you like the toys and action figures? Give me some ideas of what you guys like. And oh boy, I remember this. I am a sucker for banks. I love banks. I used to collect piggy banks a lot, like different types of piggy banks. And I remember now why this would be separated. Guys, look at this. It was Donnie. I had to have him. Donatello is my favorite Ninja Turtle. And we have this is an actual, like, ceramic piggy bank. Does it have a date on this? Not super old. 2015. I never saw these anywhere. I'm pretty sure this probably came from like Walmart or something like that. I don't know. But I just think these are cool. This thing looks to be in super great shape. Other than he's got one bad spot right there. If you can see above his slot where you put coins in him, the ceramic has chipped away a little bit. And he's got a few scratches on his front. Right there next to his little cheek right there. You can see. But other than that, he's good. Still has his stopper. That is just so cool. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, guys. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this is super awesome. I do not have this bank. I love the ceramic banks. I actually have down here a piggy bank that looks like the pig, like the old school piggy banks. But the pig is green with a red bandana around him to make it look like Raphael. I've had that one. I actually bought that one when it came out from Walmart like 10 years ago. It's older. I've had that one for quite some time. So I have some other ceramic ones in other rooms that does not fit in here, like some skulls and stuff like that. But I love these ceramic banks, and to get an actual Donatello. Donatello's my boy. Donatello's my boy. Even has his bow staff on the back here. Guys, that is just so cool. I love it. I'm going to set him right here for right now so I can look at him and be in awe of my Donatello. Alrighty, guys. Well, that is the end of all the toys, guys. That is the end of the toys. That will be all that I will be doing videos on for those, because I do have like 1 or 2 more boxes coming in of some random stuff, but this will be the end of the videos that I'm doing for this. Well, actually, I tell you what, I take that back, because we are once again at almost an hour-long mark on this video, guys. And wow, I'm going to stop this video here, and then they will be a part 3 of nothing but the comics, guys. We have comics. Ugh. Comics. 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 I know at least probably 30 or 40 comics in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here on this one, and we will do another video of just the comics that I ordered all on my first week of the app Whatnot. Super crazy stuff, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this type of content, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe for more content coming out. I do have more content coming out, stuff that has been going on here in the nerd room, stuff that I have went out and found at flea markets and yard sales, stuff like that. You don't want to miss those things, and you don't want to miss the next video coming up of the comics, because guys, we have some really cool stuff in some of these comics. I have a couple comics in there of stuff that I never even knew existed until I just randomly saw it on Whatnot, and I was like, that looks awesome. Now I've got to collect them. So we're going to try to have the journey of finding all the comics in some of these that I never even knew was out there. So you don't want to miss that. Hit that notification bell to stay notified for when new videos come out. If you want to see me finding some of this stuff out in the wild, and to find out if I can ever complete some of these series. So guys, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for watching. And as always, peace, guys.